Have you ever walked out of a healthcare appointment thinking, I wish I'd spoken more clearly? Or maybe you did speak, but later realized your provider didn't fully understand what you meant. That gap between what you say and what's heard can be the difference between getting the care you deserve and walking away with more questions than answers. Now, I'm not a medical professional. What I'm sharing comes from my own experiences navigating the healthcare system and from interviews with patient advocates and people who've been in the trenches, helping patients be heard. This isn't medical advice. It's about giving you practical communication tools to use with your healthcare providers, doctors, nurses, physicians, attendants, even interns, so you can walk away with clarity and confidence. In this video, you'll learn how to communicate clearly under pressure, not just what to say, but how to say it, so your voice is heard, your concerns are understood, and you get the answers you need. Even if you prepare your questions perfectly, how you deliver them can make or break the outcome. The right words can fall flat if your tone, pace, or body language sends a different signal. And in healthcare, that misstep can make the difference between clarity and confusion. Miscommunication doesn't just cause frustration. It can delay treatment, create mistakes, or leave you feeling powerless. That's where effective communication comes in. Effective communication isn't just about speaking up. It's a three-part process. Speaking clearly, that's using specific examples and I statements so your message is grounded in facts. Listening actively, that's focusing fully on what your provider is saying instead of just planning your next question. And feedback loops, that's repeating back what you heard in your own words to confirm it's accurate. For example, let's say your provider prescribes a new medication. Instead of just nodding, you might say, so you're saying I should take this once a day with food and I need to stop taking the other medication? Did I get that right? This removes guesswork. You're not only proving you listened, you're making sure nothing critical gets lost in translation. But here's a challenge. Even if you prepare well, stress can sneak in and change how your words land. Stress floods your system. Your heart races, and before you know it, your frustration leaks into your voice, even when you don't mean it to. And here's the thing. The very same question can land completely differently, depending on how you deliver it. Take this example about medication. Why would I take this if it makes me sick? I'm concerned about side effects. Can you explain to me what I should watch out for? Same question, totally different impact. One builds tension, the other builds trust. And it doesn't just happen with medication questions. Think about test results. You didn't even explain this clearly. I want to make sure that I understand this. Can you go through these test results with me? Or even something as simple as scheduling. You people never call me back. I noticed I didn't get a call back on my follow-up. What's the best way for me to confirm the next steps? The message is the same, but the delivery changes everything. When you choose calm curiosity over irritation, you're far more likely to get the answers you need and keep the relationship collaborative instead of combative. What makes this tricky is when you're under stress. Frustration can slip into your voice without you even realizing it. That's why one of the most powerful tools you have is to pause. Take a breath. Give yourself that extra beat to reset your tone before you respond. Because here's the truth. Effective self-advocacy isn't just about what you say. It's about making sure your message comes across in a way that gets you heard, respected, and helped. And remember, communication isn't just verbal. Your body language matters too. A calm posture, steady eye contact, not a stare, and a nod of acknowledgement can reinforce respect and clarity. Now, let's flip it around. Communication isn't just about speaking. It's about listening too. But under stress, it's easy to slip into passive listening. You nod, you think you understood, and then later realize you missed something important. Here's how to turn passive listening into active listening. If your provider says, you'll need to check back in 2 weeks, don't just nod. Clarify this. Does that mean I should schedule another appointment or will someone reach out to me? If they mention adjusting your dosage of a medication, don't assume. Reflect it back. So I should reduce this 1 pill in the morning instead of 2. Is that right? And one more. If they say, we'll send your test results to the specialist, don't walk away assuming that's the end of it. Confirm it. Say, Should I call the specialist's office to make sure they receive the results, or will they reach out to me? Here's why this matters. When you practice active listening, you're not just gathering information. You're showing your provider you're engaged, invested, and committed to your care. That builds trust and ensures you leave appointments with clarity, not confusion. And the empowering part? Every time you use these small clarifiers, you're training yourself to catch details others might miss. That's how you shift from being a passive patient to an active advocate for your health. And the next step to make sure those details don't slip away is feedback. Feedback builds on active listening. It's the glue that holds the conversation together. Without it, you might think you understood, only to discover later that you didn't. With feedback, you catch those gaps in real time and walk away feeling confident, not confused. For example, if your provider says, "Stop this medication before starting the new one," you might reflect back to them, "So I should stop the old one after finishing my current supply? Is that correct?" That tiny detail could prevent a dangerous mistake. Or if they say, "Avoid certain foods while on this medication," don't leave guessing. You need to ask, for example, "Does that mean I should avoid grapefruit juice? Or are there other foods I should stay away from?" That one clarifier could save you from weeks of unnecessary restrictions or keep you from accidentally triggering a dangerous interaction. Feedback loops aren't about second-guessing your provider. They're about confirming you both leave the appointment on the same page. What this means is that you're saying, "I heard you, but let me check that I heard you right." That's why this matters. Reflecting back what you've heard creates a safety net. You catch misunderstandings before they turn into problems, and you show your provider you're fully engaged in your care. And remember, providers want clarity too. It makes their job easier when you confirm the details. When you bring together clear speaking, active listening, and feedback loops, you're not just talking, you're steering the conversation. You're shaping it in a way that makes sure your voice is heard and your care plan is accurate. And here's the empowering part. Every time you practice this, you'll walk into any high-stakes conversation with more calmness, more clarity, and more control. You don't have to get it perfect on the first try. Progress is what matters. So, the next time you sit down with a healthcare provider, remember this. Your voice is valuable. Your concerns are valid, and you deserve to be heard. And if you want to keep sharpening your communication skills, don't stop here. Watch the next video on your screen. It'll give you even more tools to build confidence and communicate effectively, whether you're in a healthcare appointment or any other high-stakes situation. Thanks for watching. I'll see you online soon.